Hello and welcome back to the Cove for our final challenge in Talented. We are playing the Bandit and we are going for Screw the Rules, I Have Money. That's right, we gain 25% luck at the start of each night. You open the shop after each night. Rare, epic and ability talents appear in the shop 50% more often because we do not have a talent tree. But this will give us access to diamond rounds. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Let us begin. Alright, so first things first, I think what we'll do is we'll keep regular pace for the very beginning. Now, I don't know if this extra 25% luck counts for, is a permanent bonus, or whether it's just at the start of every night. So, yeah, I don't know if that 25% we just picked up will reset and we'll gain it tomorrow, or whether it's going to stack and we're going to make remarkable amounts of money. Honestly, I think it's probably permanent, but at the same time too, you can never be sure until we've actually started. So let's go ahead and see just what we can afford at the end of this first night. Okay, so no talent points, tatties will appear. Let's go ahead and let's aim for more money because money is important. We'll go for some critical and then we'll ignore the health for now, but we'll go, extra damage and range for our final shot. Please and thank you. And then I think we can afford, do we go for one more reroll or do we save the money? Yeah, know what? I think we save the money. Yeah, I don't think that we can really, would only be able to afford one more thing. And I think the cash is better held for today. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, and it looks like, yes, each night the 25% bonus added is indeed permanent. So that is now bringing us up to a very respectable probability of 2 out of 3 chance to get some gold each time we kill an enemy. And I can only see this getting progressively better and or worse depending on who you ask, but either way, let's go ahead and finish off the last of these enemies. We'll make sure we get that jolly rodent, and then I think that is all that we need. Alright, so here we go once again into the shop. Enemies have more movement speed. Let's go ahead for reload and range, two very important ones. More luck, more range, and I suppose... Oh, we're out of money already. Ah, alright, well, that's a shame. Well, from 72%, let's take that up to 97. At least there's not too many enemies at this point, although we may find ourselves needing a little bit of reload speed sooner than later, because right now as it stands, I don't really want to have to be stuck with such slow reloads. Yeah. Definitely need access to a speed loader of some kind. But until then, I guess we just have to wait. Alright, let's go ahead and deal with you. I think you shouldn't be too much of a hassle. We'll let the rodent pop out, we'll deal with them, and then... Come on now, let's quickly reload. Alright. No trouble, down to 24 gold, not a huge amount. We can afford two things here, so let's go for luck. Again, money is so crucial in this run, and then we'll pick up the range as well. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned. We definitely need a lot of extra, a lot of reload speed. At least we've picked up at least one rare, so that is at least quite useful. Should hopefully mean that we have at least a slightly better chance of making it through this. We'll go ahead and deal with them. Range is still fairly garbage, but again, nothing can be done about that for now. Let's see. Anybody else? Actually, we almost have enough range to clear out the north lane. That's not bad. Yeah, but again, we're still only getting 1 coin per kill, and we really need more. As much as I want the luck, I think we're going to ignore it for now. We need I think we need some more range. Actually, you know what? We can't even really afford to re-roll and then pick it up. You know, I guess we'll still collect that, and that'll have to do. Alright, well, at least we're up to 157% luck, so we should start earning some money fairly swiftly. Again, just the prices are so jolly expensive right now. But at least it's more probable than not that we gain at least 2 coins, so that's a good thing. Every kill is good for our economy. What do we need? We need... Actually, it doesn't even matter. I don't even think we have a combo. Actually, let's just double check that. Do we even get a combo by the end of the night? Yes, we do. Okay, so... For a second then I was wondering if we gained any rare talents that were dependent on our combo. That is possible, so that is something that we'll keep aware of. So it is still possible, but either way, we'll see what's ahead of us. Let's go ahead and... I don't think it's worth it. Let's re-roll. Let's go for reload speed, we'll go for the range, and then I think we could afford one more. Although it is, again, very expensive. Let's go for it. And we can't afford it. Of course we can't. Jolly inflation ruins everything. Alright, well... I knew we should have saved those couple of dollars. But oh well, can't do much about it. Hopefully, though, we gain a nice little trifecta of reload. That would be particularly good. As some of these larger enemies start making their way towards us, we're definitely going to want to make sure we have what it takes. Let's deal with you guys. Put in our heavier shot against the big boys. Oh, and of course we whiffed one against the rodent. That is not helpful. And then here goes. Couple of hits. That's unfortunate. That's money we have not made now. That does definitely hurt. Alright, what have we got? Reload. Hey, here we are. Big shot. Final attack. Gains extra damage and range. That is necessary, and that we can't afford more. So on to the next. On to the next night. Oop. Let's just leave the mouse back over there. Alright. Let's see if we can avoid the same kind of stuff-ups in this next one. Let's see. Rodent, googly. Again, we need to be careful of those missed shots. We do not have the reload speed to be able to save us from our errors. Yet again, another reason why we really need to make sure that we have enough damage. Alright, let's go ahead and... oh no, looks like that's basically everybody. Alright, now we just have to wait for them to get close enough for us to do something about them. Alright, but either way, that's not too bad. We've got a couple of coins. 82 isn't bad. Each wave has additional enemies. Oh, reload. Hip hip huzzah. We reload again. Re-roll. We need that reload speed. And let's also go for more range. Yeah, we definitely need to improve this. Look at that. 1.35 seconds per reload. Absolutely insane. We cannot afford that. Although it does look like we're making 2 coins every kill. That's at least something. And we're also making... what is it? We have a 1/3 chance to get a 3rd coin. That's nice. Alright, let's see what we can do. Clear up the last of that rodent. Let's see if we can do something about that pumpkin nice and swiftly. Again, come on. Reloading, please and thank you. Alright, let's see. I don't think that there's too much else for us to worry about. Yeah, that is all of the big problems sorted. Alright. Excellent. 104. Spread shot. Final basic attack fires an additional bullet or bargain hunt. Extra gold and better ability finds. Oh, we can afford one or the other. Well, I think we pick up the bargain hunt, and depending on inflation, we may or may not be able to afford the spread shot. But since we are in the shop every night, that is way too important, and of course we're 3 coins out. That's a shame. Yep, if we didn't get hit on the previous run there, I think we would have even had enough coinage. That is, that's quite a painful reality. We could have almost had a very nice collection of skills that night. But oh well, apparently it was not meant to be. Alright, let's deal with you. Let's deal with you. Let's see about that jolly thing. Alright, let's see. Anything else? I think we can handle this. Yeah, let's go for the little blob there. Put a bit of damage on the pumpkin. Let's see if anything spawns in behind some of the faster moving stuff. We can always send a couple of shots this way towards the pumpkin there. Yeah, we got a pretty decent amount of damage. Alright, so let's just hold down the fire button and we'll see what we can do. Alright. And more health. That's not ideal, but you know what? Bladed rounds, that will help us with them. Let's go for more range and then re-roll for reload, or collect a coin, 10% chance to cooldown ability. No. Reload is way more important, and we can afford nothing else. So back again into the next night with 282% chance of luck. Alright. Well, you know what? Those bladed rounds I think are going to be particularly helpful. With all of these extra health bonuses that these guys have had, being able to do a little bit more damage on the regular, or at least more commonly, that will still be quite useful. Oh dear. Let's make sure we continue to deal with all the fast-moving trouble. Can we go ahead and get rid of you? I hate wasting the projectiles, but unfortunately there's some situations which you can't do much about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. Okay, and apparently we had just the right amount of damage. That is very, very convenient. Still short on range, which is not exactly the best, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, on to the next one. We have big blinds for abilities, which we're not really spending, but we will pick up the reload. Bargain hunt or rapid hands. Additional bullets whenever we collect a coin. Well, you know what? That is an easy decision to make. Extra projectiles, it's always guaranteed. Well, with your rate that we are picking up coins, it's more or less a guaranteed thing, so firing an extra bullet is always going to be quite helpful. As long as the enemies keep on flowing, we should be able to keep the bullets going. So, let's see how much of our luck really translates over. We've now almost got a 10% chance for a 4th coin each kill, which is very good. We're still only halfway through the run, so it's not a guarantee. But I don't think we have a terrible shot at this. Alright, anybody else? Well, doing a little bit of knockback. Yeah, we're all good. Alright, let's just deal with that pumpkin. Excellent. Alright, so, higher likelihood of elites and more movement speed. Let's go ahead and get that reload, because that's going to be very important. We're going to ignore the luck. I think we can't afford to invest that kind of cash. We'll go ahead for more reload, and then let's go for some range. Yeah, that should hopefully help us out. We're down to 1.1 seconds on our reload time, which is not too shabby, considering where we were previously, but again, it's quite a painful experience waiting for all of our, to reload. Actually, you know what? That would be an interesting one. I wonder whether they'd have a reload button. That would be an interesting thing. I don't think it makes a huge difference, given that we can just keep on firing and reload that way. But at the same time too, I wonder whether, you know, every now and again it would be more beneficial to have a reload button, just so we can make sure that we have more rounds in the chamber, instead of trying to use up what we've got. And yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. But either way, it's not here nor there. Let's go ahead and finish out the rest of the night. It doesn't look like we're going to have too much hassle. The googlies are going down, the lodges are disappearing, and the coins are making their way to us, which is what we're after. So, there we have it. We now have 199 coins. Nights are 5 seconds longer and enemies receive less knockback. We're going to... Again, we're going to ignore the cooldown. Let's re-roll. Reload speed or fireworks. It's one or the other, and as much as I love the reload speed, this is going to be more damage, more probability for some condition status effects. We have to pick that up. It pains me to leave the reload, but some days you just don't get a choice. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do. Alright, let's go ahead and clear out those guys. We can almost... yeah, we're almost able to shoot through the east and west corridors and clear them out. That would be very nice. But at the same time too, I think we're doing alright. We can hit those rodents before they tunnel underground, which is very good. So we will try and... we will try and time that so we can get the most out of our shots. Especially if we're going to be firing off bonus projectiles. I would really rather not ignore the extra damage that we can do. But all in all, I think this is about as good as it can get. Yeah, alright. Let's see. I think we're fairly safe. Put a couple of shots over here, clear all of that out, and then, yeah, bye-bye pumpkin. Alright, what are we at? 283 additional enemy per wave, and spawning speed. Alright, reload is required. We're re-rolling. Reload is required. No, maybe we go for the extra range. We're down to 1 second. Yeah, give us a little bit of security with how much damage we can do. Again, at the moment we were hitting the rodents before they could tunnel, but at the same time too, being able to do so a little bit more comfortably with less wiggle room. Yeah, having a larger margin of error can sometimes be a nice thing to have. Alright, well, so far so good. Still got plenty of enemies that we're dealing with. But I think our rate of fire is somewhat keeping up now that we've collected a few more of those. Yeah, that extra damage buffs that we've collected also seem to be helping countermand all of their extra health... what do you call it? The fortitude, health fortitude. We want to make sure that they are still going down. Definitely the right call picking up the, what was it? The fireworks. Yeah, definitely the right call. But either way, let's go ahead and deal with these guys. Hopefully... Oh. Can we, Alright, apparently things are getting a little bit dicey there, but we're still safe. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. So, night 14 down. Less knockback, nice go for longer. Oh, this is a pain. 10% chance for cooldowns. More fireworks. I think we have to. We'll go ahead and re-roll, reload, and that'll do. Once again, we are out of money. Well, we're up to night 15, so we've made it 3/4 of the way. That's not terrible. We've got pretty decent range. I think we have a decent chance of our fireworks firing off, so I'm not really too concerned about the DPS that we've got. Should hopefully provide a nice degree of confusion. Maybe even cluster up some of our enemies a little bit more and make them easier to apply larger amounts of damage. We'll just have to see. Alright, let's not let that get anywhere. Of course, we fired a very nice shot and missed the rodent. It's never fun when that happens, but it's even less fun when you're wasting so much good potential. Let's go for the googly with the shields. And I think that's going to be the main problems dealt with. Yeah, I think we've got enough. I think we've taken out enough of the enemies that any potential danger is more or less subsided. Yeah, we are all good and well. Excellent. 3/4 of the way down. Let's get into the final stretch. Gulfs will appear. Enemies are more likely to become elites. Let's re-roll for 5 and go for... Ooh. Reload and more fireworks? You know what? So be it. If the game wants to give us fireworks, we'll go ahead and use them. Yeah, more bonus projectiles, the better. Makes it more consistent that we can do more damage, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, probably better than a lot of other things. And as much as we'd love to improve our reload speed, at the end of the day, if we can do more damage each shot, we don't really need a huge amount more reload if we're firing a cannon every jolly time. That said, though, it could be easier said than done. Alright, come on. Let's quickly clear out these enemies. What have we got? Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we've done enough. Okay, so we're in the final stretch of the night. Looks like most of the enemies are pretty easy to deal with. Yeah, those extra fireworks are definitely paying off. They are giving us a huge amount of extra damage, which is nice to be able to clear out some of the enemies more swiftly. We won't ignore anyone just in case, but I think we stand a fairly decent chance. Let's just go ahead and get rid of you. Let's get rid of that mushroom before it tries any funny business. And there we go. So, what are we at? We're at 446 coins. Good grief, things are expensive. Let's go for reload. Let's go for... No, let's re-roll again. We want the reload if possible. And then we can't even afford anything else, so only 2 more upgrades. I will say it's a very interesting premise for a challenge here. It feels weird only being able to collect 1 or 2 things each night. With the rate of the expenses going up, it is it's certainly not an easy task to do. Come on, we need a little bit more confusion if possible. Oh, and we got hit. Okay, so... yeah, not a clean run, but still fairly good. Some of our abilities might start paying off if we start using some of them. I believe the coin does damage based on how much we have in savings. So that's not going to be a particularly weak ability for us. But again, we yeah, it might end up being useful for us when we're running out of rounds. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, anybody else? Oh, almost got hit again. Yeah, and you know what? The reload speed has come down, which is nice. We're down to 0.8 of a second. I suppose that's not too shabby, all things considered. Yeah, but we will see. Alright, now it's 5 seconds longer. Each wave has additional enemies. How much does this currently do? 65 damage. That is not bad. Yeah, 10% of our gold. That's quite good, really. Mr. Cans, we're going to still leave that be. Reload speed, that is what we want. Let's pay for... Alright, game. I'll listen to you. Fireworks it is. Fireworks it is. I have no idea how many times we have collected that upgrade now. But I'm at least appreciating the extra projectiles. It should help us carve our way through some of these hordes a little bit quicker. Same with some of the heavier enemies. Not to mention the extra amount of confusion that we will be dealing is going to be rather nice. As it's never a bad thing to kind of slow down our enemies. Alright, let's see. Anything else? start going ahead and firing off our money, but again, I think we're okay. Yeah, that extra little bit of confusion, as I said, it's really helping us out here. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Oop, okay, fine. We've got to fire off one of those just to make sure that we are still not going to get hit. There was a couple of enemies there, and I was kind of concerned that we may have got ourselves a little bit walloped by maybe 2 or 3 of them all at the same time, and we don't really have the health for us to be able to afford such things. So, yeah, got to be careful. Alright, but either way, that's fine. More health, less knockback. Realistically, at the moment, what is this? It costs us 1 coin to use. We get at least 4, if not 5 coins from every kill. So realistically, we should really be relying on the coin. It does help us, so it's not too bad. Let's see, cooldowns, no, let's reload. Range could be nice, but I think we reload. Big shot, here we are. Final shot, extra range and attack damage. That'll do. And then reload speed. There we have it. That is all that we can afford. Definitely a very odd feeling, only picking up 2 talents at a time. Very, very odd. I will say though, definitely speeds up the video. Yeah, not having to make too many decisions, given that they presented nice and swiftly, definitely cuts down on the amount of time it takes to play a round. Oops, accidentally got hit there. That's a bit of a misplay there. We should be able to go ahead and deal with everybody else. We'll keep our coins ready just in case we need to fire that off. But I think we're still okay. Yeah, I think we're still okay. Realistically, I think that reload speed is probably the biggest thing that's slowing us down right now. Yeah, if we could finally improve that, that would be lovely, but sometimes you just can't do too much about things. Alright. Anybody else? Actually, you know what would be particularly good as a bonus? Being able to collect the round robin upgrade. An extra 5% for all of these fireworks would probably mean that we'll be firing multiple every single time, and probably to no small order either. Yeah, that could be particularly good, although I do doubt that that's going to be the case. But either way, we've survived night 19. Enemies have more health yet again, and the final wave will have another enemy. Let's go ahead and invest in some reload speed, and then some more reload speed, and that is all we can do. So that is the end. Nothing else for us. We'll re-roll just for the luck of the draw, just to see in case, I don't know, the game decides to have a bug. But here we are. We're at the boss level. So let's go ahead and clear. Let's try and clear everything as best as we can. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get more. Oh dear. That we didn't get more. Oh, please don't kill us. No, 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 no. We need to survive. That we didn't get the. What do we call it? More bargain hunt upgrades. That would have been a very nice one, given this, given the amount of shopping and whatnot. No. Oh, we died. I can't believe it. We made it so far. Oh. Well, you know what? Maybe that's just the way things were meant to be. Maybe that's just the way things were meant to be. Well, that is quite unfortunate. Well, let's see. What was it that we were collecting? Diamond rounds. You know what? Actually, I'm pretty sure we've seen this before. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to call it there. We have failed our first challenge, and that's a little unfortunate. Well, failed our first big challenge anyway. But I think we'll come back and we will try Mastery 25 in the next one nonetheless. So we will try that out, and we will succeed at that one way or the other. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.